Now a first down throw, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now Watson. He's got Jordan complete right side. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Watson down to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Second down and goal. Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Philip Dorsett there to make the grab. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott set to go on offense for the first time. And with Dak at the controls, his 6th season under center now as the Cowboys quarterback.
You remember last year he got off to an incredible start. Threw for over 450 yards in 3 straight weeks, including 502 against the Cleveland Browns in week 4. Just 4 yards short of the franchise's single-game record. Then came his injury in week 5 that pretty well derailed the Cowboys season.
Prescott on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
First down carry here for Johnson. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd and 1, Watson. And he's got it. And he's brought down.
I'm trying to understand. I just can't. I'm trying to understand.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Texans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now Pollard. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Play fake. Here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. And again, it's Prescott. Being chased out left. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, the slant caught by Amendola. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A throw complete to Dorsett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Pass complete from Watson to Akins. That catch good for only a couple.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, us to another one in Orlando. The coach, he'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Now Pollard. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And that'll be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. We'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground, and he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Prescott to throw on 4th. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st down, Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of a couple. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make the ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. Now it's Wilson. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And his throw here's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Rush to throw. This is caught by Malik Turner. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Throwing here, Rush. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Rush's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Now Rush. And this is incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 12. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
After the interception, here's Taylor.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. This one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Taylor.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Taylor. Hill Bison. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Terrell Basham in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush, because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Oh, he fakes a spike. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
High throw, but he makes the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets It's into enemy territory.
Going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Back to throw, Rush. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and forever. Oh, he fakes a spike. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
He's picked off at his own 47. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Taylor. Buying time to his left. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Royce Freeman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Rush. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rush. Flush to his right. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rush. Getting this into the hands of Turner.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rush. He's going to let it fly.
And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Rush. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. An incredible play there on 4th down in their own territory.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more...